Hey Embers, welcome back to the channel and welcome to part 95 of my Harvest Moon Back to Nature slow playthrough. So we are starting on day 26 of Fall, Year 3, and as per usual this episode will comprise of 5 days, so we'll be finished on the 30th of Fall, Year 3, and you know what that means? This episode is our final fall of the entire playthrough, so next week we will be starting winter, and we are getting very, very close to this playthrough being completed. I can't actually believe it. This is our final autumn, guys. I can't believe it. I'm genuinely a little bit emotional. This is insane. But here we are. We have our morning routine. It's going to be a nice sunny day tomorrow, so let's head out. This has been such a huge part of my life for a while. It really has. I mean, this game in general has been a huge part of my life. I played this when I was a kid with my mum, and it's bittersweet knowing that this may be the last time I ever play this game. I don't know, it's crazy. But there will of course be one bonus episode at least. I don't know when that's going to be though, of course. And we do have all of winter left, so it's not all doom and gloom. But yeah, very, very bittersweet. So here we are again on our last episode of Fall, and we are speeding through it. Nothing has grown in the hothouse, unfortunately, so let's get in, say hello to the cows and sheep. And they're quite clumped together today, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult, I think. But we'll see how we get on. I don't think we've had any wool today, which is not great. Trying to hit that 200 shipped target, but it's okay. So we're trying to say hello to everybody, but they are so clumped up together, it's a little bit difficult. We are going to go ahead and do 5 more milks today, so obviously feeding everybody takes a little bit more time. But we got this. So with that, let's head out. Let's go and make this hot milk, shall we? And hopefully you don't mind this bit being sped up. Again, you've seen me make this hot milk 1,000 times before. So with that, we have done all of the farm work. So we're going to go to bed? It looks like we are. Yes. So 20 past 7 in the morning. Let's end off day 26 and move swiftly on to day 27. There is a birthday in this part as well, but we are speeding through the last of autumn or fall. As I say, the back end of autumn, there's not really a lot going on once you've passed the sheep festival, so we're going to speed through this as quickly as we can. And of course, as I've mentioned previously, no more fishing, at least for autumn. But we do have more fishing in winter. We'll have to wait and see how that plans out. But let's go ahead and check the weather. We've done our usual morning routine. It is going to be raining tomorrow, which means we do need to find Binky the horse and get him in the stable. But with that, let's start our day. So nothing in the post as per usual. I think we are going to start off in the barn. Let's take care of the cows and sheep as per usual. And hopefully they're a little bit less clumped together today. But looking at the screen, that's unlikely. I think they are clumped together again. Just have to wait and see how we get on. Not seeing much wool either, unfortunately. Let's see what happens. And again, we won't be keeping any milk today because we did all the milk yesterday. So with that, let's get everybody fed. If we can get to the feeding boxes, of course. And out we go. So onto the hothouse. Has anything grown in? No, not yet. Nothing's grown in just yet. We'll gather everything. Of course, we won't be feeding the fish in winter either. So this is the last episode. You'll probably see the fish being fed. I know. Devastating stuff. Now, as you can see, we are keeping an egg on us because it is a birthday today. So let's go and get that egg boiled. So let's go and find whose birthday it is. So it is actually Rick's birthday today. We're going to grab these flowers while we're here. I think we may end up having to plant some flowers in the hothouse because I think we are going to run out of flowers to give to Potpourri. But it's not really the biggest of deals. So let's go ahead and see if Rick is at the poultry farm. We can see Karen is, so let's pop and say hello to Karen while we're here. Let's see what Karen says. Oh, hello, John. Hello. Gosh, you know, when Potpourri comes home, Rick pays no attention to me. Eh? It's a bit rude. And unfortunately, Rick isn't there, so we are going to go on a little bit of a hunt for Rick. So we can give him his birthday present. Now, I have a feeling he may be at the shop or near the shop. So let's go and check there. And is he sat outside the shop? Fingers crossed. He is indeed. So let's go ahead and give him his birthday present. Let's see what he says. Is this a birthday present? I wish my family were like you. We are family, Rick. You're my brother-in-law. We are family, babes. So with that, let's head on back to the farm. And again, not a great deal to do today, so I'm presuming we're going to head straight to bed and move on with day 28, but let's wait and see. As you can see, it is a much shorter episode than you're used to today. I know, we're going to clear up the farm a little bit. Oh yes, we do still need to get the horse into the barn. But yes, it's a much shorter episode because there's not a lot to do in the game. So hopefully you don't mind that the episode is this short. I could have combined last week's episode and this week's episode, to be totally honest, but I decided not to. Sometimes it's nice when you're watching a playthrough to have a longer episode, and sometimes it's nice to have a shorter one, I think. So here's your shorter one. Anyway, let's move straight on to day 28. Playthrough lengths are divisive, aren't they? For people who watch playthroughs, do you like watching 2, 3 hours of, or even 4 hours of gameplay at a time? Do you like watching 1 hour at a time, half an hour at a time? Really is divisive. For me, I like around 40 minutes. If I'm watching a playthrough, I like each episode to be around 40 minutes, which is what I've strove to do for this playthrough for the most part. I think we've maybe had 1 or 2 episodes that have gone over an hour, but not many at all. I just know people's attention spans tend to wane, especially in today's day and age with the era of TikTok and everything else. So this playthrough, could have been a lot shorter if I'd have made the episodes longer, obviously. But I don't know. It's called a slow playthrough for a reason. I don't want it all to be sort of jam-packed in, you know? But I personally prefer slower playthroughs. Other people, they like fast speedrunny type things. So, really, you know, each to their own. But it's something to consider. It's something I'm considering for when this playthrough does end. Obviously, we are going to replace it with something. I still have no idea what that's going to be. And I'm just considering all the options. And how long I want the episodes, you know, stuff like that. So anyway, I've yabbered on for most of day 28. I do apologise. But you'll have to let me know in the comments. I think I've asked this question before, to be honest, but it's been a while. So if I have already asked it, I do apologise. Oh, we've got some wool. But you'll have to let me know in the comments. What's your ideal length for a playthrough when you're watching a playthrough? Do you like long form content? Do you like short form content? What is your ideal length? Let me know, and that may influence the next playthrough going forward. We'll have to wait and see. But we did get some wool today, which is good. Trying to hit that goal, of course. But if we don't hit it, again, it's not a major deal. So with that, let's say hello to the horse. And I presume... Oh, we're just checking the fence. Yeah, there's some broken fence posts, so let's get those fixed. And I presume we'll be going to bed in a minute. Yeah, it looks like it. So let's move on swiftly to day 29, our penultimate day of the episode, our penultimate day of fall. I can't believe that this is the end of autumn. I can't believe it. So let's get our normal morning routine done. Sorry if you heard my tummy there. Every time I sit down to record, I'm hungry, evidently. So yeah, judging by what's in the cabinet, it does look like we're going to run out of flowers for potpourri, which again won't be a massive deal, but perhaps we should grow one in the hothouse, I'm not sure. Anyway, it's going to be a nice sunny day tomorrow. So with that, let's head out and start our day? Start our day. Nothing in the post, as per usual. Who's surprised? I'm certainly not. So let's go and get Binky the horse out. Out you come, sunshine. Into the sunshine. Nope, that was bad. No. So, oh, we have wool. Quite a bit of wool, which is nice. Let's take care of everybody. And we'll probably talk about it a little bit more, of course, as the playthrough comes to an end. But, do you know, I'm going to take a moment to just say that I'm really proud of how far I've come. Harvest Moon Back to Nature was my first ever playthrough. It's the first ever, you know, not only on this channel, but I think it's the first gameplay footage I've ever filmed. I could be wrong on that, but I think it is. And I think we've come quite a long way. I think I've come quite a long way when it comes to my editing and my confidence and everything else. So, yeah, we'll probably talk about it a little bit more as the playthrough comes to an end, but I want to take a little minute just to say, like, I'm really proud of myself, honestly. And it's going to be so sad when this playthrough ends, but I've learned so much doing it. Yeah, I'm smiling, but I'm also close to tears. It's crazy. How pathetic, but really. As I said in the previous episode, this game does mean a tremendous amount to me. I don't actually own this game on PlayStation 1. So the copy that we had when I was a kid was obviously my mum's, and I think she's still got it. So I don't actually own a copy on PlayStation 1. So I think as a little treat to myself when this playthrough ends, I may buy Back to Nature on the PS1. Just to sort of commemorate it. I don't know. I sound so daft, don't I? But I genuinely am emotional. I really am. So with that, we've done all of the farm work. I think we're probably, we're going to head to bed. 7:20 in the morning. So let's start our final day of autumn. I'm going to be a mess in the winter episodes. I'm just letting you know I am going to be an absolute mess when this playthrough ends. But I'm going to take this moment as well, and we're going to say it a lot more as the weeks go on. But I just want to take this moment to say thank you to every single person who has watched one episode of this, 10 minutes of it, or the whole thing. Honestly, you mean the absolute world to me. And I know there's a few people that have watched this playthrough from the very beginning. And that blows my mind. I can't believe it. So thank you very, very much. It really does mean the world to me. I don't want to get too soppy, but it does. I'm just having fun playing one of my favourite games, and the fact that you guys care enough to be here it was every Sunday, right? And then every Saturday. Yeah. It really does mean a lot. But we're not over yet. We've got all of winter, so let's stop all this. We've still got at least 6 episodes. I think we've got maybe 6 or 7 episodes left of this playthrough, and then of course the bonus episode. I'm not sure when that will be though. We're slowly getting all the farm work done. And yes, just as a reminder for playthroughs going forward, if you could let me know in the comments box below, what is your ideal length for an episode of a playthrough? So, I mean, ideal length of a playthrough, that's another one. This playthrough has obviously gone on. It will be around 100 parts once we're finished, which is a lot of episodes. There's some playthroughs I've done that have been 4 parts, 6 parts. So yeah, this is definitely the longest by far. So obviously it's hard to gauge your ideal playthrough length because it depends on the game. You know, RPGs are always going to be quite long. We're currently doing Ark, the Lad Twilight of the Spirits. I imagine that's going to be quite a long playthrough. So that's hard to gauge, but just in terms of episode length, what is your ideal? Please let me know. We have a lot of wool again today, which is exciting. So we haven't quite said hello to everybody, so we're just going to go around and find them. And we are going to keep a milk. With that, let's feed everybody. And then we'll go turn this milk into a hot milk. Again, speeding that bit up. And after this is done, I imagine we're probably just going to head straight to bed. So thank you very much for watching. Officially our last autumn of the playthrough. I will see you next week where we start winter, our last winter. But until then, bye Embers.